Did you know that one man's bravery led to the conversion of an entire nation? No, not a nation of superheroes. I'm talking about the real-life story of one man who changed the course of history. His name was Saint Boniface, and let me tell you, his story is truly epic. Long ago, in the early 7th century, a boy named Winfrid was born in the kingdom of Wessex, in present-day England. From his earliest years, he showed a deep love for learning and a strong desire to serve God. His parents hoped he would grow into a noble leader or scholar, but Winfrid's heart was drawn to the life of a monk. At a young age, he entered a monastery where he became known for his intelligence, humility, and gift of teaching. After years of formation, he was ordained a priest. Still, he felt that God was calling him to something greater, to bring the gospel to those who had never heard it. So Winfrid set out on a missionary journey to the lands of the Germanic tribes. Now, these folks weren't exactly open to Christianity. They had their own ways of worshiping, with the whole pagan thing and the devotion to sacred trees and idols. But Winfrid, known now as Boniface, he wasn't daunted. He started preaching and performing miracles, and his courage and kindness impressed many. But it was one powerful act that would define his mission. See, in a small town in Hesse, the people worshipped a mighty oak tree called Thor's Oak, believing it was dedicated to their god of thunder. They feared that anyone who dared harm it would be struck down. So naturally, when Boniface showed up and asked them to cut it down because it was an idol, they laughed in his face. But Boniface wasn't afraid. With the townspeople gathered around, he took an axe and struck the tree. And wouldn't you know it, the mighty oak cracked and fell to the ground. The crowd gasped in awe. When no punishment from their gods came, they began to see that the God Boniface preached was greater than their idols. And this one simple act led to the conversion of thousands. Boniface used the wood from the fallen oak to build a chapel dedicated to St. Peter. From there, his missionary work spread across Germany, where he baptized thousands, built churches and monasteries, and organized the Christian community with wisdom and patience. He worked closely with the Pope and became known as the Apostle of Germany. But even in his old age, Boniface never stopped serving. At nearly 80 years old, he set out to confirm new Christians in Frisia, modern Netherlands. But there, on June 5, 754, he and his companions were attacked by bandits. Instead of fighting back, Boniface stood calmly, holding up the book of the Gospels as a shield. And that's how our pal, Saint Boniface, became a martyr for the Christian faith. So, remember friends, one person with unwavering faith can make a lasting impact on the world. That's all for today. See you next time.